on yourself, there's only way you wanna escape. Call me Michael Phelps, swimming in your face. Pop it, so I can focus, count this cake. Skinny, but my pocket's out of shape. ATL, all the cars, California plate. Fire for my, they gon' get it wreckin'. Four trade gangsters, they gon' get it wreckin'. ABK gon' walk it down straight, kickin'. Once I got it, back it, ain't the strap. Full of robbers and we ain't the trap. If another body part the feds might just snap. Man down, Robbie overseas when it happen. Word around town, got the bees in the hand. I'm applying pressure in the field, giant man. 100,000 back and sell up, understand. Finesse another sport, call me a yellow one like that. 425 to the storm, check carry. I'm on one. I'm on one. Yeah. Wait, catch up. I'm on one. Yeah. 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 I'm on one. I'm on one. I got a different type of body feeling.
Hey, I'm rockin' Audemars. I'm rockin' rolling Audemars Protect. Bust down, body on a bust down, body on a bust down, a body with a bust down. Yeah, I hate being in my fields, I hate $20 bills. We too famous to be going on no trails, not for real. Never been up to my record label, never knew the deal. Said she wanna see the world and she tired of sitting still. I'ma take her to Paris, on that Ferris wheel, take her to see Cristiano, in that Benz Viano, Champions League. They'll be a driver for you on a ride, but when I finally see you, all I wanna see is right hand, right knee, left hand, left knee. Made that way, made that jet ski, but I don't know why they tryna test me, but I'm just all about my goals like a rich key, but I'm just all about my goals like a Messi, but being messy, doing it impress me, but I could never be a man, I'm your bestie, but and I never like you, so don't text me.
Outside my bad moment, I can't keep you. Hold up, wait, show that, bitch up. Yeah, okay.
I'm rockin' Audemars.
Throwing the balls, I'm back, these hoes screaming and blaming. From the nose, when we start, this is what we blaming. Ain't no game on business, man. Ain't no party, come on. Get it started, and we need a hard soul. If a night coming, when they back, it's like a punch and deal, business, go to stop it, that's good.
And welcome and Happy New Year, folks. 2025 is upon us, and so is another district game here in the Tiger Den. Tyler Elson's here on Vype. We got about 20 seconds before the starting lineups and PA announcer take over, so stay tuned here. We got a good one here. Undefeated Round Rock Westwood against 19-4 Stony Point.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Tiger Den. Go Wood! Stony Point High School welcomes you to this contest between the Warriors and your Stony Point Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand, remove your hats as we honor this great nation, our community, in the playing the national anthem. And now your starters for today's game. First for the visiting Westwood Warriors. Guard, 6'10", junior, number 1, John McNair. Guard, 5'10", junior, number 3, Sonner Holland. Forward, 6'4", junior, number 5, Luke Carpenter. Guard, 6'1", junior, number 15, Thomas Burke. Forward, 6'2", senior, number 21, Indy McCree. The Warriors are coached by Brad Hastings and assisted by Blue Greenwood. And now, let's start it for your Stony Point Tigers. Forward, 6'4", junior, number 21, Devin Lambert. Guard, 6'3", senior, number 3, Katie Food. Guard, 6'3", senior, number 4, Elijah Clement. Guard, 6'2", senior, number 10, Landon Short. Guard, 6'1", senior, number 1, Uzziah Bolton. Tigers coached by Antoine Thompson, assisted by Paul Bowman, Martin Sanders, and John Hill.
And with that, we welcome you. Happy New Year. Happy almost halfway point in the district season. In 6A basketball is a wonderful time to be a high school sports fan. Tyler Elson's with you here on Vype. We appreciate you stopping by for this little Friday matinee. Always nice to have a free Friday night after an exciting Friday afternoon. Me, I got off of work half day, so thank you, Stony Point. And we have the undefeated Westwood Warriors trying to keep their 23-game win streak against the Stony Point Tigers, who are currently 19-4. But most important, possibly, as we come down to the home stretch, 6-0 in district play. They are atop the district. Westwood right behind them at 5-0. And Westwood will take the tip. Westwood coming off a win against Round Rock High School. That was their first loss in district play. That's what got them to second, and a clear second. No more ties, as we mentioned a few games ago. There were ties atop of district play. A lot of undefeated teams, a few undefeated teams, and now they're kind of playing each other in sort of a round robin style, as Lineberger has to go off his hands. 7:29 to go here. First turnover for the Tigers. It will be Warrior ball. Sumner Holland against Uzziah Bunton. Bobbled out on the wing by Luke Carpenter. Now up top, McBrearty. Indy McBrearty. Stop, spin, right into Short. Short did a nice job staying straight up and back the other way. Boy, close, but blocked at the rim. I think Carpenter got a piece of it. Clemens tried to throw it down. Now will spin in the lane. Blocked by Holland. Back the other way is Thomas Burke. Going up against Uzziah Bunton, the senior captain. He gets a block. Back the other way, still waiting for the first points here. A couple minutes in, and ball got caught on his hip. And it's just a uncharacteristic turnover. It will be signed out of bounds for Westwood. Again, coming off of a 12-point victory against Round Rock High School. That was on New Year's Eve. This is a team that has only had one game within double digits. That was a 1-point win against Cinco Ranch early on in the year. It's a team out of Katy, Texas. They are currently 21-3 and top 30 in the state of Texas, as Holland goes Euro step. And he gets the first basket of the game. Short pulls up from three. Off the mark. Tigers are really going to need him. He was relatively quiet against Manor, even in the 118-point outburst. It was almost exclusively Uzziah Bunton. I will say almost half of that was Uzziah Bunton, as Cruz retains the ball. It is loose ball foul. 5:57 to go in the first. Again, Bunton had 50 against Manor. That was a 118-44 game back last year. Charge here against Clemens. Going right into the body of, I believe, McBrearty. Burke coming back the other way. And back door, and gotten across the wrist. I think Cruz got him across the left hand. That is John McNair going up to the sneaky backdoor cut. 5:39 to go. Still 2-0. McNair with a chance to add to it. And he does just that. 3-0. This is a matchup of two top 50 teams in the state of Texas. Westwood currently at 37th and Stony Point at 25. You might be wondering why such a disparity. It is 19-4 Stony Point against 23-0 Westwood. That's because the Stony Point strength of schedule nearly doubled, as Bunton three-pointer no good. Rebound bobbled around, and Carpenter has to hold on to it. Strength of schedule for Stony Point nearly double that of Westwood. Those 4 losses. Carpenter off the front of the rim. Goes back the other way. Coach Thompson says stop settling for threes. Short. The three-point shooter goes inside. Scoop shot no good. Westwood with the rebound. Tigers still looking for their first points. Down 3-0, and we're 3 minutes into the game here. CJ Ratliff into the game for Clemens. That's a wild shot from McBrearty up top. Short up to Bunton, off the mark. Back the other way is Burke. Here's to McNair, top of the key, three-pointer good. It is 6-0. It's a very energized Westwood crowd. They saw a big comeback in the JV game just prior to this, with a 1-point victory, as that one's It's going to be tipped out of bounds off of CJ Ratliff, and we're going to have a conversation. It will be the other way. McBrearty will take it out. 4:23 to go in the first quarter, 6-0. Holland against Bunton here. Creates some space, now tries to do dump down and just out of the hands of the recently checked in Tyson Woods. I think he chose the right school. Clemens back in. And going right to work. Gets the and one. Elijah Clemens with a chance to cut the deficit in half. Devon Banks, a senior, checks into the game for Lineberger. Off the front of the rim, Banks tries to make an instant impact, and that is going to be tipped out of bounds by him, and Westwood ball. Ratliff and Banks providing the energy. Short had him into a trap, and boy, a ticky-tack foul there. That's just not what you want if you're that far away from the basket. It'll be signed out of bounds for Westwood. Tigers already with 3 fouls. Clemens with 1. And Banks just picked up his first. Three-pointer is out. Banks with the rebound. 3:35 to go, still 6-2 game. Uncommonly low-scoring game for a Stony Point. For a Stony Point game, that is. Banks gets the dump down, and he goes up for 2. Boy, if the Tigers can get some extra help, it's been the last few games here that I've seen in the Tiger Den has been kind of not a one-trick pony, but just needing a few more primary ball scorers, ball handlers as well. Bunton had 50 the last time. Before that, it was Short against McNeil. And boy, if the Tigers can have some of these other guys like Clemens here, Euro step down low and 1. That is not a travel, folks. No matter how slow it goes, that is still 2 steps. First foul on John McNair. Woods and McNair will take a seat. Carpenter and John Cho will come into the game. 6-6 now. Clemens gives the Tigers a lead. Holland nearly lost that one. Boy, Banks and I was going to say Ratliff have really been high energy, but Ratliff just letting it go by there. Now Westwood kind of speeding up the pace. Holland lets both defenders go by. Kicks it out. Three-pointer, top of the key. Burke from the wing, excuse me. And it is 9-7. Westwood with the lead. Kick out. Ratliff, corner 3. Off the mark, off the back iron. As R.J. Claude recently checked in with the rebound. Now the tip to Carpenter. And Burke will settle things down. Ratliff, Banks, and Clemens really showing the energy on that press now in a strict man-to-man situation. 2 minutes left to go. Nice crossover from Burke, who's playing with a little Kleenex in the nose. Clemens back the other way. And the overhand is up and good for 2. And Clemens with 7 points. And now with the foul. Boy, he has been a spark of energy, but that's his second foul. This one near midcourt. Jace Foster in the game, the sophomore, going against John Cho. Good communication there, and Ratliff just kind of let him go by. Bunton with the contest, but did not alter the shot result. Bunton going all the way in. Quick first step, hangs in the air, and draws the foul. Two free throws for Uzziah Bunton. First one good. Bunton headed to the University of South Dakota to play college ball. They're in the Summit League. Two for two. That's Bunton's first points of the contest. 4 fouls for the Tigers and 4 for the Warriors. Warriors are a little bit spread out in how they distribute those. 2 on Clemens for the Tigers. Is back the other way, and that's a travel. Joe Davis playing nice one-on-one defense all the way down the court. Substitutions, Lineberger and Cruz into the game. 1:09 to go here, 11-11. McNair passing him off to Dylan Garza, who's in. And Short makes a 3. Tries to draw the call, does not get it. Under a minute to go, 45 seconds. Ratliff playing great defense against Burke, who's got a piece of tissue in his nose. Might have taken some blood. Nice defense there by Cruz, but unfortunately tips it up. Boy, he played great defense to go straight up, and now Short going back in. Out of control, back it goes to Ratliff. Bunton for 3, and goes right into him. That is Dylan Garza getting underneath the shooter. That'll be 3 shots. One for one. All 3 of Bunton's points coming via the free throw line. 17.6 to go in the first. Warriors can still get a good possession. Second free throw's good. R.J. Claude. And Banks come into the game. Holland and McBrearty will come back in for the Warriors. And Bunton goes 3 for 3. Claude and Banks. Boy, Holland gets it out of there. Boy, that's the worst place to pick it up, just over half court. McBrearty goes all the way in, and it's a jump ball. Claude got it sort of as the ball was in the active shooting. It's definitely just an out-of-control motion that will be a Tiger possession. 7.9 to go, up by 4. Bunton comes back the other way. In and out dribble. Three-pointer, good! And that's how we end the first quarter. 20-13. Tigers started 3 minutes without a basket, and they finish off by scoring 20. On a 20-7 run is how we end the first quarter, and we'll step aside for a minute here, come back to the second quarter here on Vype.
Like to talk a lot. You ain't from the do
possession arrow to the Warriors. Holland immediately met by 2 Tigers and gets out of that. Carpenter, McBrearty, guard by Short. And McNair, three-pointer good. First possession, first 3. And now Short, again, got clipped. Now, Short in the past, especially at Maynard and I believe at McNeil, have been called for a flopping foul. You see the get up motion from the referees. Definitely not one there. He got clipped by the defender on that left hip. And Short converts the 4-point play. Ratliff. And now Burke. Thought about it, got Ratliff in the air, got Short in the air as well. Dumped down to Carpenter. Good cut from him and can't finish. Rebound Tigers. 7:15 to go. Short the other way. Cruz in trouble. Good defense from Burke, and it's a timeout from Coach Thompson. Nearly breaking the 5 seconds. 7:09 when we come back.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. I'm married to this guy, that's who I made my wife. Till I die alone, I told her she's probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Not a safe for the practice, and a shoulder for the strike. You don't know it like myself.
Side out of bounds here for the Tigers, up by 8. And good backdoor cut. Cruz had his footing lost. Lineberger there, though, to clean up. Boy, Cruz was tripping over himself on the backdoor cut, but luckily Lineberger there. He and Carpenter are the tallest players for either side. Lineberger coming to help. Cruz, high hands against Burke. Burke swings it out. McNair. McBrearty goes back and gets a little layup against Landon Short. And now Foster does a good job keeping it inbounds. Bunton, as defender goes, and that's another three-pointer! And the foul. I'm losing track. You don't usually have multiple 4-point plays in a game, let alone a quarter. Ratliff coming in for Foster. 6:17, Bunton with 12 points. Again, this game started out 6-0. Westwood was well in control. Joe Davis in as well. McBrearty had it stripped down low from Bunton, and Carpenter gets it up over the rim for 2.
Hey, watch this. They're going to fall down.
10-point game under 6 minutes. Bunton gets the friendly roll in for 3. There is a guy yelling, "Fall down," to my right, and ever since he said that, the Tigers have hit 4 or 5 straight threes. Some falling down, some not. Again, all falling down have had contact. Burke goes around the charge set by Cruz. Can't finish. Bunton. Ratliff, quick three off the mark. It's one of those heat checks in. Ball given away. Good hop step by Ratliff. He can't finish. Goes up and contact, no call. Holland will go back the other way. Warriors get away with that one. McBrearty at midcourt. Spins. Looks to dish. Now goes up himself and rebounded by Bunton. Bunton with a little hezzy step. Scoop layup, no good. Foster comes in for the rebound, no good. And McBrearty all alone. Claude chasing back, and that's up for two. And a timeout taken by, I believe, Westwood. 33-22. We got 4:55 to go before halftime. Stay tuned.
Over, got a hunker cold because the kid is cold. I ain't changed, I stay the same and maintain. It's safe to say the kid getting older. Forever gang on never switching over. Made a lane, can't get over. I can't mess with rappers, they be bogus. Rather get a pack and keep it over. Big dribble, stand up in the ocean. Everybody trapping, we get losing. He ain't supposed to be everything got motion. Made a half a ticket, not promotion. Shout out switches, sweet, they keep me rolling. But if we catch the out, we gotta slow. Round with Drake, OVO. I got some rats and I want some more. Still got them passing in the car, they give and go. Keep it, man, in the figure folks.
Tigers will take possession here. 4:50 to go before halftime. And sitting with an 11-point lead. Flare screen from short in the corner. Holland is there covering. Good dump down to Lineberger. Good position by Lineberger to get the easy two. That's Lineberger's fourth. Cruz the only starter yet to score. Burke going in on Clemens. Misses it short. Clemens back the other way. Doesn't have numbers as the Warriors sink the paint. Lineberger fighting with the shorter Cho. Cho comes away the victor there, and back the other way. His pass blocked by Clemens. Clemens loses it down low. An awkward tangle up there. It's going to be a jump ball. Tigers ball. Tyson Woods will check back in for Westwood. Who again came into this one with a 23-game winning streak. 23-0 overall, 5-0 in the district. 67 points a game and giving up only 46. 3:59 to go as we got the court wiped off. Again, I mentioned earlier that this is sort of the halfway point for district play. You have the top four teams, Westwood, Round Rock, Vandegrift, and Stony Point, all playing each other within a few days. At this point, that's luckily how we end the season, so that'll be a exciting finish if there's some seeding to be determined. Bunton hangs in the air. Lineberger brought it down low. Woods gets it out to Burke. If you're Lineberger, you can't be bringing the ball down. That's where you give smaller defenders like Cho an opportunity to strip it away, and that's exactly what happened. Burke working against Cruz, gets around him. Scoop layup off the mark. Westwood started out hot and has then gone cold. Just a lid on that basket to our right in the second quarter. Short. Off the mark. Cho with the rebound again. Shortest man out on the court. Actually, I think he and Holland might be tied, but still impressive rebounding from John Cho for the Warriors. McBrearty spinning and turning and now kicks it out to Holland in the corner, no good. Woods on the other side for two. 2:49 to go. Tigers with an 11-point lead. Bunton with 15, Short and Clemens with 7. Lineberger with 4. Cruz yet to score of the Tigers on the floor. Bunton kicking it to Short. On the wing is good for 3. He's up in double figures. Back the other way. Burke dumped off to Woods. He had the easy 2, but lets it slip out of his hands and out of bounds. .210 to go. As Clemens brings it across the timeline, gets it to Bunton. He and Lineberger playing the 2-man game. Bunton goes right over top and hits the rim and out. Holland gets it to Cho and hit from behind by Short. That'll be his first foul. Tigers second in the second quarter. Cho will go to the line to shoot 2. It's been a combination of missed layups by Westwood, a barrage of 3s and sometimes 4s from Stony Point that has kind of created a little separation now. Just 13 points with the free throw, 1:51 to go before half. Westwood trying to cut the deficit before we go to half. 2 for 2. Foster did get away with a bit of a carry. Held it up underneath his hand for about a half second. No call, and that's a 2-point basket for the sophomore, his first basket. Carpenter driving in, blocked by Clemens. Cruz the other way. Good cutoff by Cho, now falls back and throws it into traffic. Burke looks to settle this down, 1:10 to go. Up against Foster. Not letting him have any breathing space. Burke gets some separation. 3-pointer. Big shot from Burke. Lead cut down to 11. McBrearty cannot stay in front of Bunton. Boy, the speed on full display there. Under 50 to go. Holland the other way. Burke, little contact up against Short. Short kind of leaning into him, little contact, now goes around and can't get the takeaway. Burke's shot no good. Good box out by Bunton. Coach Thompson saying 1 shot, 20 seconds to go here for the Tigers, up by 13. And Bunton against McBrearty. Cho is in the lane and goes in and up for 2. Cho was right there as that one. They had about 3.5 seconds left. Cho throws it up to no one in particular. 15-point lead from Stony Point, and that's how we go into half. Stay tuned for the second half from the Tiger Den when we come back.
They just
sharper than the number 2 pencils. The way I avoid hitting curves, you run your miss.
Just under 4 minutes to go until the end of halftime here from the Tiger Den. Tyler Alsa's here with you on Vype. 44-29 game we have here. It started off just the opposite, though. 6-0 run from the visitors, trying to keep their 23-game win streak alive here in district play. Also take over first place in district. Tigers came right back, outscoring them 20-7 at the end of the first quarter. Finishing up now 44-29 as a barrage of three-pointers and some missed layups from Westwood. To where we're at today, 24-22 was the scoring in that second quarter. It started off very quiet from both sides. We had a couple minutes there where no team wanted to score, and then Westwood finally got on the board. Tigers went 3 minutes without a basket, then finished the last 5 with 20. This is a top 50 matchup in the state of Texas. 37th is Westwood and 25 is Stony Point. It has been kind of a mixture of Tigers. Uzziah Bunton with 19, Short with 10, Clemens with 7, Lineberger with 4. Seen much more noticeably is the defensive effort. I would say the defensive energy, both from Ratliff, from Foster's coming off the bench, Claude's coming off the bench. And it's really just been a multitude of Tigers playing defense as a cohesive unit, which we haven't really seen. Granted, the last two teams that came in here were McNeil and Maynard, and there were probably 50 points plus advantages by halftime, and it's just a much different atmosphere. But they've risen to the challenge the Tigers have, and they've brought the energy. Coach Thompson and staff really bringing it from both sides. The shots are falling as well. Shorts hit a couple of threes. Bunton's hit a couple of threes. We've had some 4-point opportunities for both of them. One player we have not seen is Maxwell Moody. Talented freshman has not entered the game. It's been a little bit shorter of a bench. Saw Banks early on, as well as Ratliff, Foster, and Claude. And I believe that's all that's played, so I believe that's 8 or 9 that I just listed off, plus the usual starters. We got just about under a minute to go here. Burke getting up some extra shots to our left. He is the leading scorer for the Warriors with 8. All starters have scored for the Warriors. It's pretty balanced amongst those 5. 40 seconds left. We'll step aside for one quick moment and come back for the third quarter here on Vype. Second half underway here. 15 points is the deficit Westwood needs to climb out of, and 15 is the exact deficit their JV team climbed out of and ended up getting the victory just a few hours before this. And right away, McBrearty in and up for 2. He's got 6 now. Warriors JV team came back from 15 and really just did it in one quarter, and it was kind of blow for blow in that fourth quarter as Bunton's pass to no one in particular. McBrearty going back the other way. As McNeil on the side. Corner 3 is good. Quick 5 points for the Warriors. Clemens back to Bunton. In and now out to Short. Short's 3 is good. Burke's been the primary ball handler now, going in up against Clemens, and I think Cruz got a hand off of it. Will be Warrior ball. 6:54 to go. Holland now going right into the corner, and Cruz got hit right in the chest, and no call there. Lineberger giving it out to Cruz. Now more contact. No call in it, and that's definitely a charge there. Cruz lowering the shoulder right in front of the official. And I don't know if there's a more clear and obvious offensive foul that I've seen in a while. That'll earn Cruz a spot on the bench. His second foul. Clemens did a nice job avoiding picking up his third while playing a majority in that first half. And now McNeil will launch that one. No good. Short the other way. Clemens got away with a carry and could not make the layup. Holland to McBrearty on the wing. Holland against Clemens. Switching up, now Burke. And got him in the face, and that's a 4-point play. The body contact was there. Clemens having a discussion with the official, but I could see it from up here on the opposite stands that just got contact to the face. Burke already playing with some extra accessories in the nose. 6:06 to go, and the deficit's now single digits. Tigers quick back the other way. Bunton in the corner. Gets it down to Lineberger against Burke. Good drop step and can't get it up. Tried to shimmy it in there. Short with a deep three. Good. Short up to 16 now. He and Bunton lead. Burke back the other way. He's got 12. And now back the other way. And one from short. It's captain to captain connection there. 5:31 and now back up to double figures and then some. Banks in. Lineberger out as Short will try to extend this back to 15. Cho comes in for McNair. Cho with 2 points, but he's been an excellent defensive presence, even though lacking in a little bit of size, but all you need is a body in the area. That's out of bounds off the Tigers. Holland's going to inbound. Burke in the air now driving against Ratliff and Banks eventually. Tigers doing a good job not fouling in the air, staying vertical, trying to contest the shots. That's what helped them regain the lead on defense in that second quarter. Bunton thought about it from the corner. Now kicks it out to Short against McBrearty. Ratliff across to Banks, and that was right at his knees. And out of bounds turnover to the Warriors. Carpenter will sit out. And Woods will enter. Cho going up against Clemens. Clemens not fazed by turning it over last time and throws it down with one hand. Looked like a lot of contact against Cho, but it was just the long arms of Clemens, who now gets another steal. Has a guy behind him, and foul called there. Boy, a little bit late there. Now Clemens, I don't know if he knew he had a guy trailing him. That's Cho's second foul. Second for the Warriors. Clemens misses the first. Banks is going to take a seat. And so will Ratliff, Claude, and Joe Davis will come in. Clemens short on both. Davis and Claude working the press in tandem. Claude takes his seat, and they're going to say Claude held on to Holland as he fell down, now trying to wipe up some moisture on the court. 4:04 to go. And now Javon Waddle will go in for Clemens. First time we've seen Waddle. Woods up top. Burke thought about it. Claude doing a good job staying down. And Burke looking for an open teammate. Holland. Cho against Davis. Extension of the arm. And that's going to draw the foul. Good defense from Davis as he takes a seat again. That's a couple possessions where we've seen him come in and make an impact, whether it's in full court or half court defense. Doesn't have to be for multiple possessions in a row, especially with the way Stony Point shifts lines. Just have to have a couple good possessions. Bunton Three-pointer, no good. McBrearty against Short. Lineberger falling backwards. And that one off of his back. Lineberger was already falling backwards as McBrearty was storming right into him. 3:24 to go as Cho takes a seat. And the aforementioned line change for the Tigers makes an appearance. Davis, Ratliff, Claude, and Waddle come in. Actually, no, Ratliff. Is out. Thompson calling out plays before Westwood even runs them. Screen the screener. And now Burke goes up against Waddle. Davis just leaning on Holland. Holland gets it out. McBrearty swung around, and referee even slips on it. It is very warm in here, especially with the sun shining in. Don't really have those in the night games. Holland poked away by Davis. He'll stay with the Warriors. 2:56 to go. And I believe, as I'm looking for where the vents are, I think I feel some air conditioning. Yep, I do see some banners moving, so plans have been put in motion. Hopefully we see the fruits of that in the next couple minutes. It's kind of off-season for school, so you don't usually have the air conditioning on. Two points for Westwood after play. Gets back underway. Good dump down. Waddle ready for that and answers on the pass from Bunton. McBrearty throws it right to Waddle. And the junior goes all the way in and up for two. Again, Waddle usually one of the last guys to play, making an impact with 4 quick points as Claude now slips and Burke falls down. Davis leading the break, 3-on-3. Dumps it down to Waddle. Can't make it 3 in a row. Holland back the other way. Fires it to Woods. And block as Claude was, again, falling back before contact was even made. 17-point advantage for the Tigers. And they led by 15 at half. 1:50 left in this third quarter. First one from Woods, good. Starters all returned for the Tigers. Two for two, Woods is up to 6. Bunton gets the matchup against Burke. And now straight up and into the chest of Tyson Woods. That'll be another foul. Warriors in the double bonus. 3 fouls on Cruz, 3 fouls on Clemens. And now the Tigers can apply the press. Davis and Waddle back in. Extension of the arm you can see from Holland. God, Davis doing a nice job just harassing Holland. And finally travels. That is full court defense in every sense of the word. Incredible by Joe Davis. Clemens and Cruz back in with 3. Clemens rejects it, now fires one-handed. I think he was aiming for a teammate that was turned around. That was Waddle. And Bunton just saved him a good knock in the back of the head. Short. Fires mid-range, no good. Back the other way, Lineberger can't corral it. 1 minute to go. Holland against Davis again, trying to make up for it. Holland switches out. Now Waddle switches again. McBrearty in the lane. Turn left-handed. Scoop is good. Clemens against Burke. Going right in and up for 2. 15-point deficit again. Clemens against Holland. Now Thompson calling for the double. Gets it out. Dylan Garza fires it across. Burke. In and out. And Tyson Woods there for cleanup. Under 10 seconds to go. Short with 4. 3. Gets it up. No jump ball. That will be out of bounds. Westwood ball with 0.7 seconds left. Burke firing deep. And just a tip drill. That'll bring us to the fourth quarter. 13-point deficit for the Warriors. Can they continue their 23-game win streak? 8 minutes to determine when we come back.
White Skittles, big dude, bigger dude. Down a drop on this flexing. He from Tennessee, I had a thought. She be with this, she told me where he be. I say for sure, baby, let me know if you wanna eat. She like, Mom, you already know, just put your girl on fleek. I'm like, cool, I can do that, boo. What you want, some shoes? Jimmy Choo, what a handbag too. Ran a baby, bro, she gets a smile. She ain't used to this, she ain't used to it. I'm just laughing, could've been a cut the way I move my left. I can speed, could've been a trap. The way I push the whip, you up, could've been the way you don't.
Fourth quarter underway, and other district action against school still out, but the game's still going on. Hutto and Vandergrift playing. Vandergrift up 28-24. That was in the third as of a few minutes ago, so score's definitely changed since then. Clemens putting on the moves and hanging in the air. Can't finish. McNair shaking his hand. In a little bit of pain there as Burke goes against Bunton. Sees Lineberger and then fires into the corner. But right to Clemens. Short. Up to Bunton. Holland the other way. Kind of hanging in the air there is McNair. Westwood just slowing the tempo down. Didn't have a whole lot of offensive possessions. They had shots. They didn't really have offensive possessions, as now Burke is up and limping back as Short converts for two. Burke did not make it past the three-point line on the other side of the court. Now he's in the corner. Short against McBrearty. Burke with the travel. When you come around on those curls, you got to count your steps and kind of have your feet underneath you, have your feet going with you when you go into that handoff if you're not going to take a dribble. And Burke just unaware there, maybe had a little miscommunication on where the handoff would be, and that's another 2 points. Quick 6-0 run for the Tigers, up by 19 now. Westwood did outscore Stony Point 19-17 in that last quarter. Cut the advantage from 15-13. McNair tries to go around Lineberger off the top of the backboard, stays in play, and Bunton lead it the other way. Bounce pass to Clemens, up for two. 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter, and the Tigers up by 21. 5:59 when we come back. Westwood will take the ball out from underneath on the right side. Stony Point coming to this one. Would be considered a rough spell, I guess. 3-2 in the last 5 games after that wallop of Maynor here before school got let out. Carpenter going up and drawing the foul on that shot. Albeit those 2 losses over the holidays against Crowley and Heritage, both in overtime games. Crowley won was 103-100 in double overtime. Heritage was a 7-point loss in overtime. Carpenter misses short. Their last game, though, a win against Hutto, 91-62. That one was at Hutto on New Year's Eve. And again, we talked about the standings. The second one is up and good. Turnover made. McNair looking for a 3 top of the key. Instead finds Holland. Bunton gets a hand on that one out of bounds. Warrior ball. So we won't call this one yet, but Round Rock High School already lost their first game against Westwood, as now Short takes it, lost it. And I think that should be a travel. You really only get those unless someone slaps the ball away. Again, it is very hot and humid in here. Clemens feeds Short up to Lineberger, who kind of got a running start a long ways away in the paint, and Short mistimed that one back the other way for 2. 20-point lead for the Tigers. McNair going up against Bunton with the back and forth. Little friendly competitors between the two number ones there. Bunton gets the better of that matchup on the fadeaway. Ratliff stops Holland. Carpenter all the way against Lineberger. Finishes through the contact. 4:23 to go in this one. Holland. Clemens going right in. Again, the slow Euro step looks awkward, but awkward is not against the rules. When Holland he's been swarmed all night as McBrearty goes to the lane for two. Holland has been swarmed all night. It's been a barrage of Tigers against him. It's 3 in double figures as Clemens goes all the way. Boy, we're just trading baskets now as no one wants to pick up the ball handlers for either side. Holland now hounded by Short. Gets by him on the crossover. Back to McBrearty, who's back on Bunton. Short! Going to get a foul called. That's going to be his second foul. Second on the Tigers as well. Short with 23, Bunton with 25. And again, 3 players for the Warriors in double figures as well. That's McNair with 10. McBrearty at the line with now 12. And Burke with 14. And we saw Burke go down with a limp. I'm just watching him walk back to meet Bunton past the half-court line, and seems to be walking okay. Had maybe a possession or two. As McBrearty goes 2 for 2. Dylan Garza will replace him. Bunton playing the 2-man game, rejects it, and thought they hit the cable up top. Off the head of Lineberger. Claude in trouble. Gets it down to Lineberger and now finishes that one. 79-57, 3 minutes left. Again, this is a Westwood team that has had one game in single digits. Burke with a wild shot. Claude with a block from behind on Tyson Woods, and back the other way. Clemens can't finish. Cocked it back, tried to throw it down. Burke the other way. No good. Clemens. Up top, Ratliff. His three-pointer, good. And we got blood timeout. Ratliff's over by his bench, so it's a 5-on-4. Woods. And now McNair, top of the key. Lineberger now has possession. Ratliff going straight to the bench. He stayed over and kept his head tilted up with some blood, and he's being accompanied back to the training room. Didn't look serious, just a bloody nose. He was having a conversation the whole time with his head at 90 degrees. Back the other way, Bunton against McNair. Off that one. Off the mark. Now Lineberger. It's stolen away again by Cho. He's had a couple of those. Burke against Clemens. And some contact there. Burke limping. Clemens up and in for two. Boy, Burke had some words with his coach and just did not look right after that one. He went limping again to the bench. Tigers now up by 27. This one definitely getting into the ugly territory just in this fourth quarter, though. Oh, we got some substitutions there. James, Moody, Fowler. Foster and Claude will be in, as now Ratliff will return to the bench. You can see him over there on the far side. Still kind of sensitive to that nose area. Holding his head back. Cho goes back the other way against Moody. Westwood also adding some of their substitutions in. This is Dylan Garza going right at Fowler. Good for 2. 59-84. That is Garza's 4th point. Claude lost it. Taken away by Garza. Minute 20 to go. This is Henry Bell against Fowler. Tyson Woods goes straight into James, and Oliver James puts a smile on Coach Thompson's face with that charge. One minute to go here in this one, as we will look ahead to the next game. Stony Point as a jumper from Moody, good. Up next for Stony Point, again, they are going to play at Round Rock High School. That game's going to be on the 7th. That's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Westwood will play Vandergrift, who's playing against Huddle right now. That one's saved and taken by James Moody. Back the other way, off the mark. And we're going to say a block there. Moody will go to the line for 2. Westwood's going to drop to 23-1, 5-1 in the district. That will put them tied with Round Rock High School, depending on how they did today. Again, playing Vandergrift on that Tuesday. So remember, we have Vandergrift, we have Westwood, Stony Point, and Round Rock High Schools all playing each other within about a 4-day span to finish up the season. Not to mention, of course, their games against Vista Ridge and McNeil, Manor. If any of those teams want to play spoiler and throw another wrench into the mix, it's not just the top 4, but it is seemingly shaping up that way as we get further and further into district play. Just 10 seconds to go now. And Cho's going to hold this one, and actually we're going to pass it to Bell. There's Garza, blocked by Fowler. That'll be the last action of the game, 88-59. And a very consistent, sustained effort on the offensive and defensive side from Stony Point, putting their stamp on the battle for Round Rock, the battle for Austin, really, with this 29-point victory here in the Tiger Den. You can give credit to Uzziah Bunton and Landon Short, both with over 25 points, but it was really a collective effort you had. Lineberger get a couple baskets, Joe Davis on the defensive end, Clemens and Ratliff and Cruz all contributing, and it was just a great team win for the Tigers, who will, again, face Round Rock High School on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We thank you for spending this Friday afternoon. We hope you have a great Friday night and are having a happy holiday season. From all of us here at Vype, we'll see you next time.